Hello, my name is Jane Moran. This is my intro video for technology in the classroom. As you can see, I have a photo of my family. This is the Moran photo. My wife Natasha and I enjoy spending time with our two dogs, Lola and Juno. They are each a year and full of energy. They help keep us sane during the school year and enjoy taking us on walks. My wife and I are both educators. Natasha is a fourth grade teacher in Wichita School District, going into her second year of teaching. I teach in the Wichita Diocese as a pre-K through third grade physical education teacher. I'm going into my fourth year of teaching. Critical reflection, impact, implications, and influence, challenges to improve my use of technology. Just trying to get away from just using just strictly the iPad and not really trying to implement different technologies such as Chromebooks, heart rate monitors, just things outside of the box than just a traditional PE classroom. The one thing that I could really work on is improving communication between student and parents. I feel like that's something that I can really improve on. I can touch base with them here and there just through emails, but I really haven't found a app or a site that will allow me to communicate with them thoroughly and on a regular basis. Student engagement, I feel like, is one thing that I can help with. That can be helped with technology and just being able to guide them in a workout or just a self-paced. Hello, my name is Jane Moran. As you can tell, I have a photo of my family. This is the Moran family photo. This is my wife Natasha and I, and our two dogs, Lola and Juno. We both enjoy. My name is Jane Moran. This is my introduction video to technology in the classroom. The first slide I have up for you guys is the Moran family photo. This is my wife Natasha and I, and we enjoy spending time with our two dogs. One is Lola, another one is Juno. They both are a year old, and they are full of energy. They help keep us sane during the school year and enjoy taking us on walks. My wife and I are both educators. Natasha is a fourth grade teacher in the Wichita School District, going into her second year of teaching. I teach in the Wichita Diocese as a pre-K through third grade physical education teacher, going into my fourth year of teaching. Critical reflection, impact, implications, and influences. This is really going to challenge me to improve my use of technology. In the gym setting, I really just rely heavily on my iPad and just use that pretty much for everything. One thing that I could do is improve communication between student and parents and posting more to the Google Classroom and just helping parents be in the loop of, hey, this is what's going on in PE the next week. Please have your student be prepared. Student engagement by empowering them to have an iPad or just be in charge of leading a warm-up or seeing what a... Hello, my name is Jane Moran. This is my introduction video to technology in the classroom. Up here I have the Moran family photo. This is a photo of my wife Natasha and I and our two dogs, Lola and Juno. They are full of energy and they help keep us sane during the school year. They are both about a year old and they enjoy taking us on walks. My wife and I are both educators. Natasha is a fourth grade teacher in the Wichita Diocese. Whoop! Hello, my name is Dan Moran. This is my introduction video to technology in the classroom. Up here I have a photo of the Moran family. This is a photo of my wife Natasha and I and our two dogs, Lola and Juno. They're both about a year old and they are just full of energy and they enjoy taking us for walks. My wife and I are both educators. Natasha is a fourth grade teacher in the Wichita School District, going into her second year of teaching. And I teach in the Wichita Diocese as a pre-K through third grade physical education teacher, going into my fourth year of teaching. Critical reflection, impact, implications, influence. Technology is a challenge for me just because in the gym setting I strictly use my iPad to stream music, take roll, pretty much anything that I need to get done, I rely heavily on my iPad. Improving communication between students and parents, this is something that I can work on as we have a Google Classroom and we have a Google site for PE, so I can start posting more on there in the weeks in advance to let the kids know and the parents know what to expect in the upcoming week for PE. And student engagement, I feel like technology is a way to keep students intrigued into what we're learning in PE by empowering them to research a unit or lead a warm-up and demonstrate what we need to do as a class to get everybody to warm up and ready for that class period. Reporting and tracking data, this is where Google Sheets comes in for me. It's a lifesaver. I use Google Sheets to keep track of locker combinations, uniforms, equipment checkout, data from fitnessgram testing, just results from this fall and spring and being able to compare those. Personal use of technology, like I touched on earlier. In the gym setting, I rely heavily on my iPad and just use that to stream music, just keep track of everything that I need to for that day. One thing that the couple of the apps down low that I rely heavily on is Shake It Up. It's just an app that, if I need to break students up into groups, I plug in how many teams I need and it'll automatically just break it up for me. Google Sheets is something that I rely heavily on. I use Google Sheets to keep track of data, Google Docs to share information with other students, and just a scorekeeper to kind of help keep track of scores throughout games. Technology improvement, this is where I would really like to try and have heart rate monitors for the students, class iPads for student groups to help lead the class as well. Use a projector to introduce new activities to students, kind of allow them to see how the game is supposed to be played, or what I'm expecting for a unit that I have them to teach. Each of our kids at our school have a Google account, so this is where I would introduce Google Sheets, especially Google Slides. I really like how it's just there. You can just put it together and it's going to be there when you need it. And then, like I said, just using the iPad to have students lead warm-ups in the gym and get the class ready for the PE period. Technology improvement. This is something that I'd like to get heart rate monitors in for them. This is where the tracking of data is going to be useful through Google Sheets, so they can see their heart rate throughout different activities that they are doing. Chromebooks is something that I would like to try and get more into the gym, just so this year I'm going to try and have students research a unit topic that I assign to them, such as flag football, ultimate frisbee, disc golf. But then they would be in charge of presenting and leading a week's worth of lesson plans to the class to teach them through Chromebooks and just Google Slides. Funding is going to be a key factor. We are not a state-funded school, so we are in a private sector, so our funding is what we have. So, this is where heart rate monitors is going to be a 3-year process to try and get enough for us to be able to have all 25 kids in my class to have one each instead of having to take one off halfway through and trade it with another one. And then just trying to get an extra Chromebook cart. We currently have 2, and we have to split it with all the upper grade levels, and that's a task in itself. So just having one more would be beneficial to allow us to, one, be able to have more Chromebooks in the classrooms, but then also just be able to pull them into the gym and be able to use those for research and just be able to present stuff. Thank you. Have a great day.